everyone, Catherine here to share with you a layout I'm creating for Confessions of a Paper Addict, and I am using one of the new release cut files, which is the Lemonade cut file. And I was struggling a little bit with some mojo, so I took this layout which was on my desk that I'd created for Scrub the Boys this month, and I thought it would work really well creating like a double page layout with the Lemonade cut file. So as you can see, I've gone ahead and prepared my background already because I used that craft paper because it was a craft challenge on that other layout. I have gone ahead and done the same thing. So trimmed down a craft piece of paper to I think 11 inches and put it on that Pink Fresh Studio Some Days collection paper that I'm using as a background. And I've just matted my photo as well on that paper. Just to give that nice dark blue, or that nice blue color around the edge of the photo there, and I have roughed up the edges. And now I'm going ahead and just putting some glue. This is the Art Glitter Basics glue. I love this glue for doing cut files, and also it's my wet adhesive of choice. So I'm just sticking it straight down on this lemon paper and just sticking it around where the two lemons are and where the lemonade kind of drink is, because I use this paper on the other layout. Now it's not a double page spread in that they need to be exactly the same, but they are going to be complementary. So I wanted to make sure that they use similar elements to be able to kind of align them. So as you can see, I'm just using these Cutter Bee scissors from EK Success, and I'm just trimming around the edges. And as you can see, I've got my scissors on a slight angle. I don't always leave this in my process videos, but I did want to show you just me trimming out. This was a pretty simple cut file. I've just put glue around the pieces that I want that paper stuck to, and then I'm just going ahead and trimming it out. So I've done that there. Now I did need to still back this last piece of lemon that's sitting with the straw there. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue that down. So like I said, I'm using those scissors. I use those scissors on a little bit of an angle to make sure I was, not leaving any edges. And I do have to go through and trim it up a bit later on. I do leave the glue to dry a little bit. As you can see, just trimming up little bits that I kind of missed there, to make sure that that's behind the cut file. So then I'm going to go ahead and take some of these inner pieces, and I don't make you watch all of this, but I'm going to go ahead and stick those down on those lemon slices. So while I'm doing that, I will let you know I've left links below to Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group. You really want to get over there if you haven't already. There's free cut files every month and a really great community and place to share your layouts, not just cut file layouts, but any layouts. So I'm just going to go and add some vellum to the back of this glass. I just needed something to kind of differentiate that from the background. I didn't want it to be just going straight through to the background there. And again, just trimming out with my scissors. Like I said, I've left a lot of this process in. I have sped it up obviously, but I did leave a lot of my process in today. Just to give you an idea, this layout really came together quite quickly for me. Considering I was really lacking mojo, I really got a lot of inspiration just from that other layout. So I kind of had a good direction to go in. So I was really glad I kind of started to do that because it really helped me just start to create. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing that I did on my last layout, and that's grab the fossilized amber distress oxide and use this stencil by Vicki Boutin. That's from her Colour Study collection. So I'm just going to add a few spots around my page with that stencil and the distress oxides. And I think I mentioned it in my last video as well. This is my favorite way to add mixed media. I am not a very messy scrubber, and so yeah, I really love it. I'm trying to push myself further. I've been doing a fair bit of art journaling and trying to kind of push the boundaries. But yes, this is my favorite technique, I must admit. So I do go ahead and add those three sort of sections around the page there. And I'm also going to just add some gold glitter spray, just some droplets of that from the Jen Hadfield. That's from Jen Hadfield there. So just going to go ahead and sprinkle those around, try and create some bigger droplets, and I do leave that to dry. It doesn't take long. Obviously the distress oxide in that way dries really quickly, but I do leave that gold to dry. So now I'm going to go ahead and try and embellish this layout. So this, having this cut file really helps. I really liked how this lemonade was turning out. I did recently receive a Happy Mail, and I'm using one of the straws. I'm really not good at sort of using these things when they come in, but I decided it was on my desk, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to use it. Now, I probably didn't need to cut it and put it at the back because it actually creates quite a bit of dimension. Look, I don't mind dimension on my page, but I am trying to kind of keep my albums, not to a minimum, but to not get too many albums for the year. I'm just using some washi tape here to stick that straw in place. And like I said before, I really didn't need to put it at the back, but it was just the easiest way I saw to create it. Now I'm going to stick that cut file down on the straw. And I mean, I really love how this turned out, but it does mean I have to add quite a bit of foam tape to the back of that to make sure that it's kind of somewhat in line with the straw. But yes, I'm just going to stick that down, and I like the position I'm putting that in. I'm not, none of the cut file or the photo are straight on the page. I'm just trying to get some kind of angles on the page, around where that mixed media is in the background. And I liked how this looked, but I wasn't sure. So I didn't back the stem of that lemon, so I decided to cut it off and just use this other green kind of leaf on that whole lemon there. And so yes, this is where I'm going to go ahead and just add some foam adhesive. Now again, I don't make you watch a lot of the sticking down, but just to show you what I did do to create this layout. So putting that foam tape on the background there to kind of make that sit level. And I liked how it was sort of, that lemon was tucking in with the photo in the corner there. Sorry, I'm in a little bit of an angle there, but So now I'm going to go ahead. I've picked out all the embellishments from this Pink Fresh Studio Somedays collection. And so I have sort of sorted through it before. That's the other thing that I did off camera, is just sort through the ephemera to kind of limit my supplies there. But I like how that, how that ring kind of, or wreath floral piece is sitting in the top right hand corner of that photo, just as I'm adding some more foam adhesive there to the back of some of that cut file. And so yes, it definitely has a lot of dimension. This is quite a thick foam tape, but like I said, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And so I'm going to continue to put that down and then put that cut file back in position and continue to embellish. So I really love the florals in this collection, and so I'm going to use quite a few here, just a couple of floral clusters around that cut file, as well as that sort of wreath floral up in that right hand corner of the photo. And I like how that's coming along. I don't know if you noticed, but I did actually create a tear in the vellum of the lemonade bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and just sort of cover it up. And I think that's really important when you're creating a layout. Just because you make a mistake, there's always the opportunity to cover it up and, make something out of it. So I did that with that embellishment there. So I felt like that needed either the date or something else stuck down there. So I'm just trying to find something else to make work. And I really love these puffy stickers, so I'm trying to see what I can make work here. And I've got that die cut ephemera piece which says yes please. And if you haven't seen my previous video with these same sort of pictures, this was just a day, walking down the beach one day when we were in lockdown here in Melbourne. I think it was our 4th lockdown, so in June this year. And so yes, yes please. Seb just decided to take his guitar down to the beach, and it was just a fun day. It was something that we do a lot of Sundays. It's relaxing and good fun, but I like that as a title because I wasn't sure what was going to, what I was going to make work. And I did just put that sticker up the top. So that says Sunday Fun Day, which is perfect because it was on a Sunday, and my other layout actually mentions the Sunday. So I wanted to stick that there. And then I liked how these stars just brought a little bit more yellow to that section. I'm going to go ahead and add a couple more of those lemons up in the top right hand corner of the photo. And so I have really, and I do this a lot, and I think I say it a lot in my videos, I have really created this kind of diagonal flow with this cut file and the embellishments. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I do tend to do that quite a lot. So I'm just sort of moving this around, making sure that it's on the page. So I did go ahead off camera and just stick that all down. And then I've added that piece there, and it says Make Lemonade. And that was also the title of the previous page I created. And so I like that sitting there, covering sort of covering that corner section of the cut file. I did have to add a couple of foam dots there to make it the same height. So again, this is pieces from, a recent Happy Mail. So I really wanted to get some stuff used, and this yellow fitted perfectly. I'd used the straw, and I really wanted to use some of this, I don't know, do you call twine or ribbon? But yeah, I'm just going to loop that through that tag there, because I don't know about you, but I am the type of person that cannot leave a tag without twine. I really struggle with that. Let me know in the comments below if you're the same, because I really can't get away with not doing that. So now I wanted to add something else in this circular element where that Sunday Fun Day is, and I'm going through the puffy stickers, and I do find a floral piece, and I really like that. I'd also really like to know, so please leave a comment, or let me know how you try and get out of a bit of a funk when you just don't feel like you've got some mojo. Like, what's your go-to to be able to then get creating again? This really helped me, so I was really happy with how this layout worked, and of course the cut file made it super easy to be able to create. I'm just adding some enamel dots here, and then I'm almost finished. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you like this layout, and I'd love you to subscribe. I'll leave some close-ups below. Bye.